The final round of home and away football in the VFL pitted Williamstown against the Northern Blues in Grandstand's match of the day. David Rees-Jones was in the expert comments chair. Rees, we had a look at the teams on paper before the game. It looked as though it was going to be hard for the Northern Blues to kick a winning score, and so it proved.
Yeah, look, they were very disappointing from a lot of facets because it was a game they had to win to cement their place or get themselves into the 8, and they just showed, this is Sam Rowe kicking goal probably in the first 3 or 4 minutes, yeah. And then it was all Williamstown after that. Williamstown are a very good team. They've established themselves well this year, and they're led by this man, Liam Jones, who kicked 4 goals in the first quarter and was just terrific. This is probably the easiest one he got all day, but he took marks, he crashed packs, he just was a real presence out on the football ground.
Well, it was in fact the only one of his 6 goals that he didn't kick from a mark, and that was the encouraging thing. Lin Jong kicking a goal on the run there at the 26-minute mark, and so after Rowe got that goal early, it was 6 unanswered goals, and they did look flat, the Northern Blues, but in contrast, Williamstown were getting numbers to the contest, and they looked really lively and fully deserved their 33-point lead at quarter time.
Yeah, well, to get out to that, and then even probably 10 minutes into the second quarter, they're probably up around 53 points or round about that mark, and it just looked like they were just going to waltz away with it. But to the Northern Blues credit, they fought back, but I think that was as much Williamstown taking their foot off the accelerator as much as, although this was accelerating. Little Anastasio there, he has got a bit of pace and put the foot down then. But overall, I think Peter German, while he'd be happy with the win, wouldn't be overly happy with the last 2.5 quarters.
Effectively, if they won it in the first quarter, they cemented it in the second quarter, Williamstown, when they were going to this end, the right-hand end of the ground, and they kicked 5 goals to 3 into the breeze in the second quarter. So they went to a 41-point lead. Third quarter was, well, it was a bit of a nothing quarter, really, 3 goals apiece, and I think it was one of those games where everyone realised that the result was effectively in the book, and Peter German certainly thought that his players took their foot off the gas.
Yeah, and there's just no excitement in the Northern Blues team. Even when they kicked goals, there was no real getting around people and trying to G each other up and come on, we can do it type of attitude. They were just going through the motions, both teams towards the end.
Gala kicks a goal at the 3-minute mark of the last quarter. Gianfania kicked a goal 4 minutes after that, and there was a tiny little glimmer of hope. The margin got back to 27 points, and then Charleston comes up with a smother, puts it straight down Liam Jones' throat. He kicks his 6th goal, game over.
Yeah, that was it. That was the clincher. And Charleston, he's just a straight-ahead type player. I like the way he goes about it, and that was a well-deserved finish for his reward.
And young Nathan Rovat is really making a name for himself, both at Western Bulldogs level and also in the few games that he's played with Williamstown this year, kicking his closing goal of the game, Williamstown's closing goal. Tomei got one for the Northern Blues after that. That mark not allowed to Liam Jones on the siren, but it didn't make any difference because they were simply too good, and they head into the finals with a fair degree of confidence. There are the numbers at the end. It was pretty close with the numbers all the way throughout the day. Williamstown finishing up with a little bit more of the football, but in the end it was victory to Williamstown. The final score at Point Gellibrand, it was Williamstown 17-9 111, defeating the Northern Blues 11-15 81. The margin 30 points, and the Seagulls take some confidence into the finals of 2013. For the Northern Blues, they'll have to sit and wait and keep their fingers crossed on events perhaps outside the football field to see whether they're going to be part of the finals action this year.